It's safe to say that pretty much every weekend is big these days in Nashville. I mean, just go down tonight and try to get in the front door of Tootsie's or Robert's or Kid Rock's or you name it. And you'll see every weekend's busy. But what are the top weekends in Music City? And this is based on hotel room bookings. And Blake Eason's coming to the studio from that alert desk, and he has all the details. Blake, take it away.
Yeah, all the details, Neil. Look, it's going to really come down to those multiple stadium show nights here in Nashville, which obviously, as you know, we have had plenty this year. But I want to go ahead and give you a spoiler alert, right? Not taking the top spot, Taylor Swift. We'll break down just how close she was here in a minute. But first, I want to start at number 5. We'll work our way to number 1. So coming in, we start with number 5. This was May 19th and the 20th. Just over 71,000 hotel rooms were sold. Billy Joel, Stevie Nicks played Nissan Stadium that weekend. All right, number 4, March 31st to April 1st. It was a big weekend at Bridgestone Arena with Kane Brown and the Predators game the following night. A significant convention was also held in town through that weekend. It's important to note how conventions factor into these rankings as well, because obviously, as you mentioned, Neil, we're talking about hotel rooms booked. So obviously, more people in the city, more people getting a hotel room as well. The third biggest weekend of 2023 was 2 weeks later, April 14th and the 15th. More than 73,000 hotel rooms sold. That was the weekend Luke Combs played 2 nights at Nissan Stadium. Lady A played 2 nights at the Ryman. So a big weekend for country music, no doubt. Music obviously driving tourism here. Taylor Swift has done it all over the world with her Eras Tour. Nashville was no different as she played 3 nights at Nissan Stadium in early May. So you might think that would obviously lead her to the number 1 spot. It didn't. Taking home the number 2 spot that weekend, May 6th and 7th, was the second biggest night in Nashville this year. Again, that was based on hotel room demand. Besides the Swift concert, she also had graduation weekend in Nashville happening that weekend, with many local universities holding their commencements as well. So the moment you've been waiting for, number 1. Neil, I told you to hold your horses. Here we go. So a lot to talk about here. The top weekend was July 28th and 29th. It was a big music weekend, obviously, led by King George. George Strait joined Chris Stapleton for 2 nights at Nissan Stadium. But that wasn't all. 50 Cent and Sam Smith also played Nashville that weekend. So fans of many different genres were in town, obviously here celebrating Music City. So here's the thing, Neil. We got to break this down. Taylor Swift not taking the top spot. I had to make sure I did my homework. I got my handy-dandy highlighter out to break down exactly how close she was. So if you'll just give me a moment. So
my goodness.
Let's look at
this.
What's
going on here?
Number 1
like being my accountant.
was 74,265. Taylor Swift, 74,242. All she needed was 23 more people to take the top spot.
So I think if you're like me, you asked, why wasn't CMA Fest number 1?
That was what I thought.
That's what I would have automatically assumed. So in 2 years, too, we're going to have a covered stadium, and that's going to make these stadium shows happen all year round instead of just when the weather's good. So that's something to look forward to.
There it is. And when Taylor
Swift gets built, right?
Yeah, there we go. And when Taylor Swift goes on tour again, I think this is the right challenge to the Swifties. So all you need, 23.
Okay.
To break that top spot.
Right.
So there you go. The biggest weekends in Nashville. I don't see traffic getting any better on I-40.